Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back. Today we are doing a test hands / combo video for Majespecter's post Phantom Nightmares. Like I said in the deck profile, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple combos. I have one set up on the top of this deck right now to show you, but I'm going to show you what the deck's capable of, what its end boards look like. It is a mid-rangey control kind of deck. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. All the little monsters are super cute. If you like the video, leave a like down below. That'll really let me know. If you have any suggestions, or any other combos that you would want to see featured or want to let people know of, just comment down below. I'm all about, trying to help people. We can go ahead and educate people on what this deck does and how cool it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and pull this here. Sorry, there's some glare on the extra deck here. Actually, flip it upside down. So, to start off, the first combo we're going to do is we're going to open a Bunbuku and then any random card. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a hand trap, one of your spells or traps or anything. If it's one of the Majespecter spell traps, it would change the combo a little bit, but not really significantly. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and start with the normal summon of Bunbuku. We're going to go ahead and use the effect. We're going to add from our deck to our hand our Porcupine. Using Porcupine's effect on resolution, we will go ahead and activate it to special itself. Go ahead and link our two monsters for our new link monster here, using Orthus Nue's effect. So they could Ash the Bunbuku. They can't Ash this, but they can Valor and Imperm him, but they can't Valor or Imperm Bunbuku. So if you have any sort of way to dodge it, if you have Majespecter Wind or Eagle Booster, you can go ahead and activate it in this case if they go ahead and try to stop it. But we are going to add our two cards back. We're going to pretend he's not negated. We're going to add our scales, basically. And then we're going to add a Majesty Pegasus to Draco Slayer and a Yata to our face-up extra deck. They do have to be different names, the ones you put up there. After res, we'll go ahead and activate our scales here, and then we will declare a pen summon. We'll go ahead and summon both monsters from our extra deck. Chain Link 1, adding a field spell, discarding a card. Chain Link 2, going ahead and adding a spell. You really don't need the field spell, so if you want to be really safe, you could go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, but we're going to go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, just for the purpose of this video. Doesn't really matter. You'll go ahead, we'll add the Wind off of Yata, and then we'll add the Secret Village of the Spellcasters off of our Majesty Pegasus, then discard our extra random card. From here, we're going to go ahead and overlay into our new Ixie, Majespecter Draco Ryu, and we're going to then activate Majespecter Wind, tributing our Orthus. Since a monster was tributed, we can go ahead and activate... Oh, sorry. Skipped a step. I gotta resolve Wind. We gotta summon the Kyuubi, and then we'll Chain Link 1, we'll detach since a monster was tributed to summon one from the deck. Chain Link 2 to add a trap. To block this from Ash, we'll go ahead and add our Tempest, and then summon another copy of the Majesty Pegasus from the deck. From here, we will go ahead and tribute these two to summon a Dinosaur Power, the Mighty Draco Slayer. Again, since a monster was tributed, we will go ahead and detach a material from the Majespecter Draco Ryu to go ahead and summon one from the deck. And this time it's going to be Ogama. Ogama's effect is going to go ahead and set the other trap. If you want to run 2 Tempests, you can run 2 Tempests. It's a Solemn Strike. So, but I like to run one of each just for versatility. Go ahead and set the Tempest off of his effect. Can't be activated this turn, of course. It's a trap anyway, so doesn't really matter. And then we'll use the Dinosaur Power effect. We'll go ahead and summon, non-targeting, a Draco Slayer from our hand or graveyard. And then we will go ahead and overlay. So there's 2 options you can do here. You could go ahead and do another copy of the Draco Ryu, or in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to summon a Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer. We're going to use the effect to add a Pendulum monster during the end phase on summon, And then we're going to use the effect. We'll detach a material to summon a Draco Slayer monster from the extra deck, but it can't be used for an Ixie summon. So we'll go ahead and take our other copy of Majesty Pegasus that was tributed to fusion summon our Dinosaur Power up here. And then this is your end board. You can go ahead and activate the Secret Village of the Spellcaster and set your other trap card, and you can pass over to your opponent. Sorry, I just hit my camera. If you did decide to make the Draco Ryu, you would honestly be able to get more resources during the end phase. Before you pass, though, you will get to add one. So I just add a Porcupine in this case, because this is a quick effect during the main phase. You special it, you can use the effect and set the Wind Engrave. That way you have it for next turn. And then you have 2 Wind Spellcasters that aren't your Pendulum that you can go ahead and tribute off if you'd like. But anyways, if you did the Draco Ryu, the only thing that would change in this case is instead of having this out here, it would still be here. And then we would have the material on here, most certainly. And then whenever your opponent starts playing and you start activating your cards, you can start by tributing this Majespecter Draco Ryu to go ahead and then prog the effect of this to detach one. And then in this case, we'll go ahead and look through the rest of the deck here. You'd grab an Ogama. Ogama effect could go ahead and set the 3rd trap card for us, the Supercell, right in the middle column. And during our turn, when it passes back to us, we have 5 engrave that we'll be able to go ahead and put back into the deck and draw an extra card. After you activate the next one, though, you will go ahead, you can summon out a Bunbuku, and then Bunbuku can add a Porcupine. Or Yata, you know, or QB or Nekomata, whatever you want. Or you could just summon Nekomata. I probably wouldn't do that. But if you use Nekomata, then you could just add Bunbuku during the end phase. So yeah, you gotta weigh your situation, and then you can figure out what you're gonna do from there. That was actually it for the set combo. That's the main one I wanted to show you guys. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and just give the deck a quick shuffle, put everything back here, and then yeah, that was the random card. I just used a Ghost Mourner. We'll go ahead, do a quick shuffle here. And then we will do a test hand. There is a one-card copy with one card combo with Yata. It's a little bit different, in my opinion. It's a slightly weaker board, just because you can't end on. I mean, you get to end on. Well, sorry, 1.5 card combo with Yata. If you do that, you can't really end on that whole fusion and stuff. You probably could if you have a way to tribute a monster, but to prog the effect of the Draco Ryu. But unfortunately, I don't think in my build I have a way to do that. So anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll give it a quick cut. We'll do it that way, and then we will go ahead and draw 5 here. Oh no, okay. I guess I can show you the combo. So, pretend these 4 cards are just random cards. We'll go ahead and normal summon, effect, go ahead and add a spell. Majespecter Wind. Only reason why I did that, I wanted to see if it was the next card. That would have been funny. We will go ahead on res, activate the Wind by tributing Yata. We can go ahead and summon out Bunbuku. Bunbuku effect now can rota a monster. We can go ahead and find our Porcupine, our Yamarashi. Since we have a Porcupine, though, you don't have to do this, but for the sake of the 1-card combo, or 1.5 card combo with Yata, I will show you guys. You'll add the Yamarashi, special summon the Yamarashi, link off for the Link monster here, wherever he's at, Majespecter Orthrus Nue. Go ahead and add back our scales, and then put 2 in the face-up extra deck. For this case, we will go ahead and do that, and do this. Yeah, because we don't need the, we can't get another spell, so yeah. I mean, we can, but theoretically, we can't. So these 2 are going to go to the face-up extra deck. The QB, our Trap Rota, and then our Field Spell Rota. And then we're adding these 2 back to hand. We'll go ahead and set scales here. We will go ahead and declare a pendulum summon after that, if everything's okay with our opponent, and summon out our 2 monsters we just put in the extra deck. We will go ahead, we can chainlink 1, add a field spell, discard a card, chainlink 2, add a trap card. I prefer Tempest, it's the better one, in my opinion. And then we can go ahead and add a field spell. If you'd like to add the Secret Village of the Spellcasters, you can. If not, you can just go ahead and add the Majesty's Pegasus. This way you can end on the same, you could end on both the traps, and I think the exact same end board. Just unfortunately, you can't end on Secret Village of the Spellcasters. So we'll go ahead. Deck's all shuffled. I don't know why I really shuffled it, but we'll go ahead, we'll add this, we'll pitch this just for the sake of the video. That way you know that the rest of the hand was just hand traps or just random cards. Activate this now or after we exceed summon, you know, it's up to you. Summon our Draco Ryu. Draco Ryu is going to let us summon another monster when we use Pegasus. It's going to tribute to summon a level 4 or lower from the deck. In this case, it will be Ogama. Ogama effect will be Chainlink 2, and Draco Ryu will be Chainlink 1, detaching the Majesty Pegasus. So we're going to chain block this from Ash, and then he can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So you can just go ahead and set your other trap card again. Like I said in the first combo, if you run 2 Tempest, which you absolutely can, there is no problem with that, you can go ahead and set the other copy of Tempest here now. If you would like to go ahead and, since we will, well actually this wouldn't be one, and if you could set Supercell if you'd like to, but you really don't have to, it's not required. I'll leave this face up so we remember what this card is. And I do apologize, there was a ton of glare on that card, I just noticed. In the pen scale. So we're detaching to summon here. The summon is going to be the other Majesty Pegasus, the Draco Slayer. Unfortunately, she is a hard once per turn. We can't go ahead and add the other field spell. If so, that would be nuts. I would love that so much. From here, we will tribute our 2 monsters, a Draco Slayer monster and a Pendulum monster, to summon out our Dinoster Power. He doesn't have an effect on summon, but we will be using that after we go ahead and use Draco Ryu's effect, detaching the other material underneath to summon another monster from the extra deck. From here, you can pretty much summon whatever you'd like. If you don't want to go another Exceed play, you can go and summon Nekomata. For this one, since we aren't ending on Secret Village of the Spellcaster and we're putting all of our hope into our Majespecter cards, I'm going to go ahead and summon another level 4 here. We'll summon another Yata. And then now in a new chain, we will go ahead and use the Dinoster Power effect and summon back one Draco Slayer from the hand or GY to our side of the field. It can't be used as fusion material. And then we will go ahead, just because we can. If you're afraid of anything taking your monster in the EMZ, don't put it here. We can go ahead and summon another Draco Ryu, set our other trap card, and we have a pretty good board here. So with the field spell, both of our Draco Ryus have 2300 defense, which is pretty big. Honestly, it's the biggest in the archetype. Kieran would be the only thing that would match it. In the Majespecter archetype, with the field spell, even without, because they're both 2k, they both gain 3. He is 2950, so he is a big chungus. He is also protecting these from being destroyed by battle or card effect. So we pretty much get to use our trap cards effects whenever we decide to use them. This card's absolutely amazing. It also protects our pendulum scales down here. Again, there's some glare on there. I'll try to fix that next time. And then our Porcupine's protected, our Raccoon Bunbuku is protected. First time you'd need to use one of these, you'd go ahead and tribute the one without materials. See, there's nothing on the back. There's no materials. And then we will go ahead and do that response, chain resolves, and then we can go ahead and detach a material here. If you want, you can go ahead. I would probably do this first. Ogama effect to go ahead and set our last trap card, our Supercell. This card is absolutely bonkers, guys. Do not think that this card sucks. This card's absolutely insane. It's not, the second effect is good. It's not the greatest, but being able to Altergeist Protocol your effects and make sure that they resolve when they're on the field and you have a Majespecter in one of your scales is incredible. From here, we would go ahead afterwards, whenever, you know, we see fit, activate our other Tornado here. Again, we still have 3 cards in hand. Putting those up there for you guys so you can see. We had 3 other cards in hand, a 1.5 card combo. We'll go ahead, we will tribute the Ogama. It goes here, my apologies. To target banish a card, a monster, and then this effect will trigger. We will detach here. And then if your opponent, if you think they don't have enough resources left, you could go a really safe route with Nekomata. Nekomata effect to go ahead and add Bunbuku during the end phase. It wrote as during the end phase, but activates on summon. And then or you could go with the Bunbuku, and then Bunbuku go ahead and just add a Porcupine if you need to make sure you can wall. Remember, if they can't get over this, then you don't have to worry about the Nekomata being destroyed or this being destroyed by battle or card effects. So yeah, you can. That is pretty much it for really solid combos. We'll do another test hand here. I'd like to show you guys a test hand with just a Wind Spellcaster. Again, like I said in the deck profile, so one of the reasons why we run Droll and Lockbird here is because it can go ahead and, let's try to get some of this glare off, slide that up a little. It can go ahead and be used as our Wind Spellcaster to be tributed with our card effects. Again, on our turn, you can do it during the draw phase so they can't Droll you here. You can go ahead and shuffle back any of these 5 cards. Well, any 5 of these 7 cards, not any of these 5 cards, any 5 of these 7 cards, go ahead and draw an extra card. So we get a card for turn. We'd get the card off of Nekomata, which would be a Bunbuku. Granted, we'd still have a skill here. Actually, just to make it a little easier, we'll do it this way. And then our draw for turn 2. So granted, we could draw one of the traps because we would most likely put them back so we can reset them with Ogamas. But yeah, that is pretty much it for normal combos. Those are pretty 2 important ones that if you play this deck, you should really try to remember. Again, if you are learning this deck and you want to just rewind the video, by all means go ahead and do so. I like helping people, and helping people learn how to play a really fun deck is definitely something I would approve of. So if you do use this to learn how to play either the game or this deck, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment letting me know what you like about this deck, or what other decks that you really do enjoy and you're just watching this to see what Majespecters can do. But yeah, let's go ahead, we'll give it a couple more shuffles here. And then we will go ahead, we'll move everything up a little, and we will go ahead and draw 5 cards. So we have a Majesty Pegasus, an Ash Blossom of Joy Springs, a Droll and Lockbird, a Ghost Mourner Moonlit Chill, and well, a Majespecter Wind. So just for this sake, I'll go ahead and show you what the any Wind Spellcaster, so any of the Majespecters that's not Yata or Bunbuku, can go ahead and get you if you open it with a Wind, okay? So again, I'll go ahead and put these cards up here, and then let's get started. This is the rest of our hand. If we are referencing this at all, I'll go ahead and just point up to here. We'll go ahead and normal summon our Droll and Lockbird. On summon, if our opponent doesn't have anything, we will Majespecter Wind. Tributing off to go ahead and summon from the deck here our Bunbuku. Bunbuku effect will then go ahead and add a Porcupine. Porcupine quick effect on resolution if they have nothing, to go ahead and activate to summon during the main phase. Great thing is you can dodge Droll because quick effect on res. I do believe you can do this because you have, since you're a turn player, you have priority. You have a quick effect on res. If you'd like to activate it, you can chain it and then they can't Droll you. At least I think that's how that works. If not, let me know down below because that's actually something I would really like to know. Go ahead and summon the Porcupine. We can use Porcupine effect, I guess. We'll go ahead and set the Wind. On summon, he can target a spell, a Majespecter spell in the grave, quick play, normal, or continuous. I don't think they have a continuous. And then set it, can't be activated this turn. From here, we'll go ahead, we will link summon, drop my extra deck for a second, into the Orthrus Niue. Niue effect's going to go ahead and add our scales back. A great 2 and a 5. We will go ahead and put 2 into the face-up extra deck here. We'll put this. We have a Majesty Pegasus and a hand trap. But honestly, I think that's how we do this. I think we're going to do it this way. You could probably make a slightly stronger board here, but I'm going to do this because I think this is a little better. Actually, yeah, no. Yeah, we can actually end on a... Ooh, I just dropped some of my deck. We can actually end on a really crazy board here, and I will show you guys how. We're going to have to discard one of these two, but we can definitely do it. From here, we're going to go ahead and set our scales. Porcupine of 2, our Bunbuku of 5, and we will declare Pendulum Summon. We will summon out the Majesty Pegasus and the Kyuubi. We will go ahead from here. Chainlink 1, add a field spell, discard a card. Chainlink 2, add a trap card. We'll go ahead. I know we saw Tornado, but like I've been saying, Tempest in my opinion is the better of the two. And then we can go ahead, add a field spell, pitch a card. We don't have any way to tribute a card during our turn right now. So to keep comboing, to keep extending, I'm definitely going to add the Majesty's Pegasus. We will go ahead, we will pitch the weaker of the 2 hand traps. From here, we will go ahead, activate the field spell or Exceed Summon, then activate the field spell like I said in our previous combo. Go ahead, summon the Draco Ryu. We will use the Majesty's Pegasus to tribute off our Orthrus to summon a level 4 or lower from the deck. And in this case, we will go ahead, we can summon Ogama. Draco Ryu, Chainlink 1, detach, it is important, it's the Majesty Pegasus. Chainlink 2, Ogama to set one from the deck, can't be activated this turn. He will go ahead and set the other trap card for us, again, leaving them face up. I'll actually put this face up too, that way you can remember that it's wind if you forgot. And then, yep, resolve the summon here. We will go ahead. Oh, we can't because I apologize, guys. We needed to pendulum summon this. My bad. I am so sorry. We need to pendulum summon that. And then we can go ahead and tribute these for the Dinosaur power. That will then trigger the Draco Ryu to detach, summon one from deck. We will... I don't know why I put that wind in the grave. Summon a Yata. Yata can go ahead and grab wind here. We can use Dinosaur power effect to summon one back from grave. Actually, this end board isn't really as good as I thought it would be. I have no idea where this... Oh, the QB was under that. Oh my goodness, my brain. But from here, we can go ahead and we can overlay into, again, the Master Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer, to add a Pendulum monster from our deck to our hand during the end phase, or we can go ahead and make another copy of Majespecter Draco Ryu. Whichever you feel more comfortable with. Again, if they can't out this, then you don't have to worry about this being destroyed by battle or card effect, because he protects all Pendulum cards, monster cards that you control from being destroyed by battle or card effect. So this would be protected, this would be protected, and our scales down here would be protected because they don't have their protection when they're pendulum scales, as they don't have pendulum effects. They only have that when they are monsters. But yeah, that's actually it. We'll just say this time we'll summon this one because the first time I showed you what you can do with that. From here we can go ahead, during the end phase we will go ahead and add, let's just say we're adding, we'll just say we're adding a QB. That's fine. And then opponent, we pass turn, actually before we pass turn to our opponent, so before we add that, I forgot, we need to detach material and then summon this one from the extra deck. So we have an extra wind spellcaster to tribute. And then now we can go to end phase. We can add our pendulum card. It doesn't matter. And we have an Ash Blossom, a Solemn Strike, basically a target banish, and then we have a way to get into more resources here. Again, this is going to be 23 defense. This will be at 18. 2K 2950 because of Majesty's Pegasus. These don't gain anything, but these do. And then we have 3 kind of interruption extender cards to use. Actually, 3 interruption cards, and then 1 extender to use during our opponent's turn, which isn't bad. Again, this deck, actually, I don't think I've said it so far, but this deck does lose very hard to Evenly Matched. Unfortunately, these are the best 2 traps we've got. We don't have a spell trap negate, so we can't go ahead and protect ourselves from Evenly Matched. And if you saw, we definitely lose very hard to Nibiru, unfortunately, but that's just something that has to happen. If you want to run Crossout Designator in Nibiru's, by all means, you can go ahead and do that, but I'd rather just run 12 hand traps than run Crossout Designator in 3 Nibirus. But yeah, that is actually it for the test hands here. I'm going to go ahead and clean up all of these cards. We'll go ahead and we will close out here. If you did like the video again, please feel free to leave a like. That'll really let me know that you like what you saw today. Again, comment down below if you have any suggestions of anything new deck-wise or new tech-wise for this deck that we can go ahead and try to implement to make it a little bit better here in the upcoming months and formats. But yeah, that's going to be it. If you want to be notified next time that I upload a video, just subscribe. It should probably pop up in your recommended. But yeah, that's going to be it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.